Straight out of the file of "you can't make this shit up." We're getting breaking reports right now that Derek Carr has a shoulder injury and may miss the entire NFL season in 2025. Look, Ian Rappaport broke it about roughly an hour ago as I'm filming this, not quite an hour ago. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm thinking maybe this is a false report, but the normal Saints beat writers who have sources, they're coming up on top of it. Seems has had confirmed this is true. Then I had to move on to kind of pissed off because we just guaranteed this guy $40 million to be our quarterback this year when an option on the table was to go ahead, separate, move on, look to draft a quarterback, rebuild, whatever we were going to do, instead of trying to roll it back and win the South and make the playoffs this year with a roster from top to bottom that is not likely going to be good enough to win the South and make the playoffs. But we rolled it back. That's what we tried to do. No rebuild. Couldn't say the R word. The only R word was roll it back because we think we have the team to win with. Now, I don't know where this shoulder injury they're reporting from Carr came from, but even that's an issue in my mind because did it happen last year and was never mentioned? Because we know in the Giants game, it was hand in the head. Concussion and the damage to his hand on the ill-advised scramble that got him hurt and knocked out for the rest of the season. Was this pre-existing earlier? But supposedly when he came back from that injury he suffered in Kansas City on Monday night, he was 100% ready to go. There was nothing lingering. He was good. Where is this coming from? Is it some type of non-football related injury suffered in the offseason? Look, somebody has to answer for this one way or the other. And I realize it's very early in the process of finding this out because this news drops late on Friday afternoon, where typical bad, shitty news drops. And then, hey, we'll clear it up on Monday. Saints have some off-season stuff coming up. I believe it starts next week. Look, this is starting off on the – I don't know if we started 2025 on the right foot. Okay, but I was willing to give the organization a benefit of the doubt because I really had no choice not to. Going, okay, we're good. And trying to get behind the new coaching hire, which I think is a good one. Trying to get behind this decision to not rebuild, which I don't think is a good one. Trying to get excited about the draft. And once again, it keeps piling on the last couple of seasons when dealing with this damn team is every time you see a ray of hope, you try to buy in just a little bit of what they're trying to sell. Shit like this happens. You have a $40 million guaranteed shoulder injury in the first week of April. And that's 2024 shit all over again. It really is. So look, I would think this is just the final straw in the all indications were this was going to be the final year of Derek Carr anyway in 2025, that he was not going to get this rolled over next year so we could pay him $50 million because that's still what would be the salary in 2026. I just don't think any of this is happening. I think it's time in New Orleans, if this is season ending, it's New Orleans Saint ending, or at least that part of his career is. So I don't know what this holds. I don't know what this means. I don't know how this happened. I know my blood pressure's up and I'm kind of freaking aggravated about this whole situation and how we got here. This could have been remedied if back in the beginning of March, over a month ago, by basically just saying, we got to rebuild this thing. We have the 9th pick overall. Let's go see if we can do that. It might have to be the rookie quarterback. We might have had to jump into free agency and sign a Justin Fields. Maybe commit to Rattler. I don't know. But what we ended up doing, we committed to Derek Carr and $40 million. A little over a month later, we're finding out, hey, we just maybe bought a bad shoulder that's not even going to play. Kind of bullshit. So we'll wait and see what comes out in the next today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, going into next week, but something just tells me this is just the tip of the iceberg in that before this is all over, that there's going to be more outraged Saints fans. And if Loomis thought people were calling for his job prior to this, and this comes out that the Saints got fleeced on this whole deal, I don't care if it's the day before the draft. Then in that case, you got to start cutting heads off in the front office and sending them out the door because th- this this would just be the biggest example of how screwed up they are. I don't know for sure yet, but just of our past, what's been going on the last couple of years, I almost feel 100%, maybe not 100, let's say 90% sure our office has fucked up once again, and here we are dealing with it. So I'm aggravated. I'm gonna call this one done for right now, just to kind of keep you updated. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm sure at some point when it comes out, we'll sit down and have the conversation, probably even live stream, so we can all bitch about it. But till that happens, I'm Tim, pissed off, but peace out and who dat.